Hey yo, what's going on with the viewers of the tube? Tyler here of chicocrypto, coming to you not live, not in the studio, but out in my beautiful backyard for another candid video to start this week. And Bitcoin not looking the greatest over the past few days. It's actually been extremely bearish over the past 2 weeks. August 14th, Bitcoin was sitting at about 25K. And of course we've gone down from that. Last week BTC was near 22K, and of course we've gone down from that. And as of today, Bitcoin is at about 20.2K, although it did break below the 20K support, massive support level for a second. But we're talking about in this video something I did that I said I would never ever do. Something that I've been kind of against, but I had to do it. So what did I do? Well, I shorted the markets last week, shorting both Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the question is, why did I do this? Why did I start leverage trading? Well, I kind of found a new indicator that I hadn't seen anyone point out on Twitter, on YouTube, across all socials. It's on the decentralized leverage exchange, perpetual exchange, GMX. And I found a tool that can give you maybe an indicator of where the markets are going to be going. So GMX is a retail tool. Decentralized, swappers and tools and technology are usually used by retail. Institutions and whales, they usually go with centralized exchanges. But since it's decentralized, GMX, all the long and short positions are 100% public. They even have a dashboard where you can see the volume of both long and shorts. So, whales, they love to fuck retail. They love to frick them right in the bum. That's where whales, make a majority of their money, is from, taking the money from retail. So, those whales, they want the most in liquidation value. They will go opposite of what retail traders are doing. If a majority of them are going long, whales will crash the markets and go short. If a majority of retail is going short, they will pump the markets and liquidate those shorts from retail. So, last week on the dashboard, I noticed something. So on the GMX dashboard, they have a data about all long and short positions. They actually have the total volume of all long and short positions on their platform. And last week I noticed that longs were about twice the size as shorts. I think longs were about 56 million, while shorts were only about 24 or 23 million. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we have a lot of retail going long, Aren't the whales going to try to take that money from those retail traders by shorting the market? So yeah, I decided to do the opposite of what the majority of retail was doing. I went short because there was way less volume. I'm talking, longs was almost double shorts. So yeah, I was like, the markets are probably going to go down as, the whales decide to frick the retail traders in the bum. And it totally ended up working out for me. I actually tweeted about this. I'll throw the tweet down in the description, as well as GMX and their dashboard, so you can check it out. But as of right now, the positions are back to equal. It's about $26 million in longs and about $26 million in shorts. So guess what I did? Since they're equal, there isn't really an indicator of where the markets are going, I closed my position. I'm going to wait, until there is an imbalance in that volume, and I'm going to do the opposite. So I tweeted about this. Of course, you know, if I tweet and put it out, I have to test this theory myself, and the theory has worked out so far. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this for some time. I'm going to be leverage trading. It's crazy, I know. I'm not going 100x or anything. GMX only allows up to 30x. I did a 10x. But again, you guys, this is not financial advice. This is just a possible indicator that I may have spotted. So now the next question is, what is Bitcoin going to do in the next couple of weeks? Well, it's a very interesting next couple of weeks. This week will be kind of boring, but after this week, things are going to start heating up and heating up fast. So the Fed minutes were released from their last FOMC meeting. I think it was last week, beginning of last week. And basically the Fed has become hawkish again. A lot of people thought they were going dovish, but no, the Fed has basically said that they are going to raise rates as needed, and which could entail them doing another 75 basis point raise. So we have September 13th, I think it is the next inflation reading for the month of August. This is very important, you guys, very important, because if inflation comes out higher than expected, then we are going to see another 75 basis point raise. But if it comes in, you know, at expectations or even lower, then the probability of a 75 BPS raise goes way, way down. There is still a possibility that they'll do it, but it goes way, way down. As of right now, the probability of a 75 BPS raise at the next FOMC meeting is at about 50-50. The markets are, you know, don't know what's going to happen. And the markets do not like that. The markets like to know. When there's unknowns, the markets, they are volatile. And we're seeing that as of right now. But then, you know, we do have that Fed FOMC meeting. September 21st will be the day of the decision of the interest rate raise. So this is big, you guys. The markets, I think, as of right now, are pricing in a 75 BPS raise, which isn't a bad thing because, you know, if they're already pricing it in and we get good news, that means the markets are going to go up and up. So we got to be careful about these two things. But I also want to talk about the ETH Merge. So the Ethereum Merge is happening September 15th in the middle of all of this. I have a kind of theory that I think the markets might not do so well. We might see a little dumperooski around this time as Bitcoin whales who love Bitcoin, they don't want the markets flying high when the Ethereum Merge is going to happen. They're going to want the markets, you know, being stale, boring, or even dumping during the Ethereum Merge, as Ethereum is the biggest threat to Bitcoin. And this transition to proof of stake could be the transition which helps Ethereum become the #1 crypto asset in the world and overtake Bitcoin. So of course, you know, the big Bitcoin whales who are Bitcoin maxis, supportive of Bitcoin, they don't want the markets to be doing well while the Ethereum Merge happens. That's just plain and simple. Those BTC whales may be putting a damper on the markets in the next couple of weeks. But now let's talk a little bit about altcoin news. I have a feeling the Arbitrum airdrop is going to be happening soon. I don't want to go too deep into that because I'm releasing a video on that tomorrow. But also in the middle of September, we have something big coming, in my opinion. The pump hasn't came for it because there hasn't been any leaks, any information that it's going to be coming. But Chainlink staking at SmartCon, I'm 70% sure that it's going to happen. But regarding other altcoins in the space, Avalanche is going through some shiznit. AVAX is basically using a law firm to try to slow down impede their competitors by suing them in court. Now, I actually know a lot about this, as I've been actually sued by a competitor in court, and it's a bunch of BS. Using the court system to try to silence people is probably one of the nastiest things you can do. But regarding, cryptocurrencies I see doing well in the space, real yield. I'm one of the first YouTubers to really notice this trend. That's why I covered GMX all the way back in November of last year. Real yield is going to be a big trend, a big reason for people to invest in protocols, as a lot of this yield in crypto has been not real. It's just been token inflation. But real yield's here, and GMX, of course, is one of my top ones out there. But another one, which is in the top 100, is SNX Synthetics, and their ecosystem of projects built on top of them. Lyra is one of those. Very bullish on those. But again, you guys, I did something I said I would never do. I shorted Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it ended working out for me. But I have closed those positions as my indicator has came back to even. I'm going to wait to see, on the GMX dashboard where, the majority of volume is going to go. And then I'm going to do the opposite. And again, I included all links for GMX, as well as that tweet where I explain my theory, my own trading indicator. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it, and have a great rest of your Monday. I will see you guys tomorrow.